interrupt this transmission to bring you the following live broadcast.
How's everyone doing tonight? Woo! It's Wednesday. It's 6 o'clock somewhere. With
John
ready in his chair. And almost 10 whole people watching from home. Are you ready? I said, are you ready? It's time for the ThinkSoJoE Show!
Yes, it is time. We were not prepared
No,
to
we were
start the
not.
show. We were doing other stuff and not paying attention. The air conditioner's still on. Hey, Google, turn off the studio AC. There it goes. It's off. All right. Lower thirds are here somewhere. Lower thirds. There we go. Okay, cool. And we're doing everything manually because we were not... We were just looking at old thumbnails, and it's just like, oh, hey, look at this one. Look at this. Oh, shit, it's after, 5:59. So, Laura says she always thought that intro was done by Brian. It was not. It was, it is Katie. Katie did that intro, which was, and now it's Katie and me doing the intro because I re-recorded your name over Ryan's name after Katie re-recorded it over Karina's name. So it's not showing up in our chat over here, but I see Kirsten's here. She's waving right back at you, John. It's not showing up in our chat for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's weird.
Okay, anyway, things are not going as planned today so far. Hooray. Oh, well.
We do.
Okay. Lauren Rohr said she always thought the intro was done by Brian. So, anyway. Yeah, we're going to see Mick Foley on Sunday. That's going to be fun. I'm going to try and go to a couple of shows this weekend, too, before then. So, it's going to be a fun week. Hopefully the weather is better than today.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I was sitting here. I'm a little bit bummed because I was watching that. There's a new South Park special out today on Paramount Plus.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here scrolling Facebook, and it's like, oh, hey, you want to watch this new South Park special? You know, the South Park Streaming Wars special. I'm like, yeah, you know what? I do. I'm going to watch that right now. And then the thunderstorm started. And I like to go outside and sit on the porch during thunderstorms, but I missed the whole thing because I was watching the South Park special that was going on today. So, oh well. I also haven't eaten since breakfast, so hooray. I'll order DoorDash during the show. I'll just be like Brian and just eat on camera. We were looking at some of the old thumbnails, and it was like, oh, here's, we were trying to figure out, because I accidentally put 316 on this week's thumbnail when next week is 316. And you're like, oh, you should do the Stone Cold thing for next week. And I'm like, I've already done that as a thumbnail, though, and I don't remember why. Like, it had to have been the anniversary of the King of the Ring, because it was in June of last year that I did it. So, like, that's the only reason I could think why I would have done it then. And that episode happened to air a couple of weeks before Brian passed. So it was like, oh, yeah, look at this. And I was thinking about Brian before you got here because I haven't eaten. And I'm thinking about the last time Brian was on the show. And Brian's just sitting here eating Chinese food like, I forgot we were going to be on camera.
I tuned into that. I remember that. This was the last time he was on the show, I think.
Yeah. Getting my Ask John shirt Friday. Wish I could get you and John to sign it, and you can send it to us, and we will
sign it.
We will sign it and send it back to you. We could do that. Next week is 6/8. You are correct, but it is episode 316 next week, which is why we are talking about should we do a Stone Cold inspired thumbnail for next week. Next week is 6/8, which means the day after is 6/9. Nice. No. Which happens to be my first ex-wife's birthday.
Oh.
You wrestling fans will enjoy the fact that my second ex-wife's birthday is May 19th.
Don't say that. we don't even come through that door. We don't need Kane up in here.
Steph is buying 44 shirts, she says.
Awesome.
There you go.
I got my own merch. I'm so excited.
You're gonna be able to walk around with a shirt with your face on it.
Maybe I might wear it next episode.
I highly recommend the next time you see your daughter, you wear it.
Oh yeah.
You just be like, yo.
Yo.
Just not even
this out.
acknowledge it. Just
Check
walk
this
in
out.
with a shirt with your face on it. See if she notices. You know.
I didn't wear it in front of my girlfriend.
Yeah. We're both wearing Living Brain Dead merch today. Merch you can get. There's something on my shirt. Not no more, there's not. Anyway. Merch you can get on shop.livingbraindead.com. Proceeds from that one go to the National Network of Abortion Funds. We just sent $150 to them.
Oh, really?
Just yesterday, I think
Nice.
I sent that $150 to the National Network of Abortion Funds just based on Living Brain Dead t-shirt sales. So
That's what's up.
yeah. So good job, everybody.
Sweet.
Keep buying those. We'll keep donating. Also,
Appreciate
it is Pride Month, and you will note that we have Pride stuff in our online shop for Living Brain Dead 365 days a year. We don't need to have like Pride is important. Pride Month is important, but like we're not, like a corporation who's just like, hey, it's June, we should put a rainbow on our stuff. I am. Lauren Rohr is sad that you won't date her. Yeah, no.
Sorry.
He's got a girlfriend now.
Taken. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, she seems nice. I met her at the show the other day. We had a killer show the other day.
Oh yeah.
That was cool, man. Cardiac Cassette, thanks for inviting us out, guys. We really appreciate it.
Whoever took those pictures was.
Yeah, those pictures are great too. Heard one of them LGBTs made the design Joe is wearing. That is correct. It's designed by Kirsten. So yeah. So the people who designed both of these shirts are in the chat watching the show right now. So, well, technically I designed that shirt, but the slogan, that was Steph's. So
I appreciate that. Killer shirts. Love it.
where's the other thing I'm looking for here? Should get someone to do a compilation of the best of Ask John questions. There's a question.
Okay.
Is his girlfriend called Laura? No.
No. Amber. Sorry.
It was just a few weeks ago we were sitting here trying to figure out the best way for you to word your Facebook dating
site.
bio.
Yeah.
And apparently it worked.
It did.
Anyway.
Pretty happy.
So yeah. So thank you to our viewers.
Yes.
For helping you.
I did not know what to write.
He's sitting here writing this whole paragraph.
I had like a paragraph, like a whole. Pretty much, I'm writing a book.
He's got his whole paragraph. He's like, what's yours say? I'm like, I just.
Yours is so simple, right down to the point. I was like, how do I top
voiceover guy,
that?
guitar player, podcaster.
How do I top that? I'm just like, what do I do? What do I do?
You've moved down Lauren Rohr's list here. She says Andrew from Eyes of the Blind is greater than you. Is John and Joe happy about the verdict of Johnny Depp's case? Yes, because it makes a lot of my friends happy.
Yes.
I personally don't give a shit.
Me either.
I think the right person won the trial, but I paid zero attention to any of it because I don't care. And I know I'm getting in trouble by saying this, but I just simply, like, I got like death threats against one of my cats a while back because when Beyonce got pregnant with twins, I'm like, congratulations, she did something normal women can do. Like, tell me when Jay-Z gets pregnant with twins and we'll talk. Like, you know, I don't know these people. The outcome of this trial does not affect me. Steph says, you're welcome for, I think, designing the shirt or for telling me that Johnny Depp won the case. One of the two, I don't know. But yes, John is greater than everyone. If you question that, package pile driver everything. Okay. Got some Kevin Steen love going on in the chat here.
I see that.
Yeah. But yeah. No, I mean, good for him. I think that was the right outcome.
Yeah.
But yeah, doesn't affect me in the slightest, so
He may have lost all his movie parts, but
yeah, I mean that does suck. So all right, this is the case is important to have. It's an important conversation to have, but goddamn, could we care about normal people too, and not just brown-nosed celebrities that we that we know exactly? Yeah, right. That's kind of my that's kind of my, like, I don't care. John, what is your favorite blue food? She said good, but she corrected herself and said food. What is your favorite blue food? Oh, me. She's asking
Joe.
me. Asking
Not
what
John.
blue food.
Joe.
Geez, what have I eaten that's blue? I don't know. Blueberries, I guess. I don't know. I don't really eat blue foods. I can't think of any blue foods. Blue Gushers, says Kirsten. Kirsten likes Blue Gushers. Okay, sure. This is a big step in women not letting women destroy men's lives with one statement. Sure. I mean, but it's a defamation case, and those happen all the time, not just with celebrities. So, I mean, you know. Gay pride is every day. Taste the rainbow, says Mark. Which we still don't have access to, like, Facebook in our little pop-up things there, which is weird.
Yeah.
Like, it's got a thing where you can connect to Facebook, but when you click on it, it's like, yeah, this doesn't exist. Like, oh, great. Hooray. Anyway. John, life on other planets, yes or no?
John, life on other planets, yes or no? Actually, I would have to say yes.
Yes, he says yes.
I believe in aliens, so, I mean, there's got to be something out there.
So you're taking that Tom DeLonge
Yes.
outlook.
Yeah.
Aliens exist. Didn't he do like a whole like thesis paper on how aliens actually exist? Like he's actually like taking steps to prove aliens exist.
He's doing a movie about it.
You know, I was watching I was watching TV last night, and it's like, oh, Family Matters is on. Like, okay, cool. But it's like, you know, Steve goes to space. Like, oh shit, that's the last.
I remember that.
Those are the last two episodes, because because Steve and Stefan proposed to Laura, and Laura accepts Steve's proposal, but then Steve gets asked to go to space. And then if you don't know, spoiler alert on a show that ended 20-something years ago, Steve gets he has to get out of the spaceship to pull a satellite off of it so they can re-enter, but then he gets pulled away with the spaceship and he's not tethered. And that's how the show ends. There was supposed to be a 10th season. That was supposed to be concluded in the first episode of the 10th season, and just never happened. That was the end of the show. That's how it ended. Steve
That
Urkel
would drive me nuts.
Steve Urkel floating
That
away
would
into
drive
space.
me nuts.
I don't know. I don't think they ever did like any kind of like TV movie or reunion special or anything to like tie up that loose end like Alf did when Alf ended on a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, it's just you know. And I hope if there is life out there that it is much more like Alf and much less like Alien.
Predator.
Predator.
I don't know.
All right. Demi Lovato is trying to steal Tom's shtick. Okay. Aliens are real. Will Smith beat them, and that is how we got our independence. That's true. It's very true.
Very true. I agree.
John and Joe, if you had the money, would you buy a hockey team or a wrestling company? What would you pick? When the Powerball was like really like up in like the multiple hundreds of millions of dollars a few years ago, I was highly considering if I won buying the New York Islanders because they were like valued below whatever the jackpot was. So I was like, I'll just buy the fucking New York Islanders. So I'm going to go with a hockey team. Hockey team or a wrestling company, what would you buy? He's got to think about this. This is a serious question for us because we're both hockey fans. We're both
Wrestling fans.
So
Well, you gotta buy a hockey team. I'm gonna buy a wrestling company.
okay, cool. You buy the wrestling company. I'll buy the hockey team, and then but like we'll be executives for each other's companies. So
Yes.
we'll be like Tony Khan and his dad, right? Or the world's first wrestling company. This is coming in now. The world's first wrestling company on ice.
People are going to get hurt really bad. It's going to be awesome.
Oh man. I mean, you've already got weapons on your feet in hockey, so I think that would be like way too
Bloodbath.
Oh my god. That I don't even want to picture that. having seen some of the things I've seen in hockey. If living brain dead, where's this here? What the fuck? I clicked on it. If Living Brain Dead was on a soundtrack, what horror movie franchise would you want to be on? I'll defer that one to you. I think that's more your angle there.
Chucky.
Chucky. Okay.
Big Chucky fan.
Laura says that she would buy Wrestlelicious. I would just buy the rights to the Wrestlelicious rap.
Oh, that's
Just put that shit up on Spotify.
Is that a company?
It was a company.
I did not know that.
Yeah. I think the last time she mentioned it, I was like, what the fuck are you even talking about? And then I watched Wrestling with Regret about it. So, it was like, okay, I know what that is now. I wanted to buy if I would have won the Powerball, that was definitely something I was like, I could buy the New York Islanders. And I probably would have attempted to buy the New York Islanders. Just because I could. Which is weird. Like, why were how they were the cheapest hockey team, I have no idea, but they were the cheapest hockey team. Anyway. But I mean, there's then you'd be in that market and you'd have to compete with the New York Rangers, much like the Tampa Bay Lightning have to do starting tonight.
Going all the way, baby.
Let's go Rangers. The Panthers couldn't get it done. Let's go Rangers.
Go Tampa.
I want Edmonton to win the whole thing anyway. As much as I want to keep this win streak by American teams going, and because what was the last time a Canadian team won the Stanley Cup? Was it 93, 95, somewhere around there? John will hit me up in the chat, I'm sure, as soon as he hears that question. As much as I want to see the American teams win, I want to, McDavid is outworking everyone, and I want to see, I think he deserves a cup the way he's been playing. So, you wouldn't buy a minor league club. I mean, it probably would be smarter to start with a minor league club and then buy the New York Islanders, so I have some kind of experience owning a hockey franchise. But you just got to hire the right manager. Make that happen. Let's see, what else? I watched WrestleLicious when it was airing. It was amazing. I highly doubt that. Wait. Did John, did you watch The Greatest Thing Ever, Home Alone 5? We gave you 2 homework assignments. I don't think you did either of them.
I watched 1.
You did?
Yes.
Okay. You watched The Rescue Rangers, I take it. Okay.
I will work on it, okay? I will watch Home Alone 5. Next week, I will give you what I think about it. I promise.
He's going to do
watch it.
He's actually going to do it.
And I will tell you what I think about it. Now,
you might be the first person. You might be the first person in history to actually watch that movie if you actually watch that movie.
What you and Amber told me about the Rescue Rangers, that was awesome.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Yeah.
It was good. It was really good. It was like the TV show, but better.
There you go. You're getting advice over here on Twitch. First of all, you don't need to be smart when you win the lottery. It's actively discouraged. That is true. And then she advises you to make it up. Don't actually watch it. Just make up your review. Laura says she just hired a hitman. Excuse me, Lauren says she just hired a hitman. 93, Montreal beat Gretzky's Kings. I saw he gave a shout out to Patrick Waugh earlier in the chat. So Patrick Waugh, maybe the goat. Maybe the goat when it comes to goaltenders. You're a goalie, right? Yeah. Who's the greatest goalie of all time?
I never thought I would say this. Hasek.
Okay. It's between Hasek and Waugh for me, and that's but yeah. She says, see how long it takes for anyone to notice you haven't seen the movie as you're reviewing it. So you find that you watched Rescue Rangers. I know when I talked to you a couple of days ago, Sunday when you were here, you hadn't watched it, so and Johnny Mercury says Cujo was his GOAT goalie.
Cujo.
Definitely Curtis Joseph, yeah.
All right.
Okay. No love for Eddie the Eagle Belfour. I don't know, man. Patrick Waugh is definitely top 2 for me, along with Hasek. So
it's like even when I played hockey for the high school, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like I told you, we didn't win much, but we had the most fights. So the one game against Grand Island, everybody started. I don't know what happened. Everybody started fighting. The whole team started fighting.
Yeah, it was Grand Island. Fuck them.
Yeah, goalie was in his net. I was in my net. I was like, whatever. I met him up in center ice and started going with fighting him. It's like, why not? Let's join the party.
Yeah. When you get a brawl like that, why not? You never see good goalie fights anymore.
But first thing he did, he headbutt me.
Headbutt? You don't do that. Come on, that's not cool.
I had a helmet on. That was good. So I took the helmet off and started beating the crap out of him for the hell of it.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you took a cheap shot like that at you. John, not watching Home Alone 5, you broke Lauren's heart, she says. John and Joe, between Cujo's mask or Ed Belfour's mask, Cujo's, whose was better? Cujo's.
Yeah.
For sure. I can't think of his name off the top of my head, but the old school goalie mask, and I'm sure John knows as soon as I say what I'm talking about, where every time he took a puck to the face, he drew like a line, like a stitch on it. Jerry Cheevers.
Okay.
Jerry Cheevers. Yeah. I thought of it. It came to me. I like that one. That one's in the Hockey Hall of Fame. I saw it. That's one of my favorites. And Jason LaBarbera used to have like Metallica themed goalie masks, and wrestling themed goalie masks.
Yeah, yeah.
Like when he was playing for the Kings, he had like a Hollywood Hogan goalie mask. I mean, fuck Hulk Hogan, but you know.
I always like always watch it go like what design he has on his helmet. Sick. Even Hasek didn't really have a logo.
Hasek didn't even have like a goalie mask.
Yeah, he didn't have a goalie helmet.
He just had like a regular caged helmet. Yeah. Yeah. No, that was yeah, he was like one of the last ones. Actually, I think he might have been the last one.
Wearing that, yeah.
Yeah. Goalie mask, absolute best and worst. I like Jerry Cheever's. I think was the best. Like that was clever in that era where you just had that like Jason mask, you know.
Yeah.
Worst goalie mask. I mean, Dominic Hasek had a fucking regular helmet with a cage. Like
yeah, we'll just go with that.
We'll stick with that. Laura's asking the wrestling questions here. She wants your thoughts on Maven.
Maven.
Yeah, you remember Maven?
Maven from Tough Enough.
From Tough Enough?
They eliminated The Undertaker.
Eliminated The Undertaker, yeah.
What year was that?
I don't know what year that was.
Maven.
Yeah.
Yeah. He didn't last that long. WWE anyways.
And Mike Knox.
Mike Knox. Oh, Mike Knox.
Laura's digging into the board wrestling fan bag of questions over there.
He was the one that kind of dated Kelly in the beginning.
That was
like
his gimmick. Was he was the abusive boyfriend.
Abusive boyfriend.
Yeah. Maven was a good friend of Johnny Mercury's till he moved away from Virginia. How about that? There you go, Laura. There's your in.
Where the hell happened? What happened to Maven?
He went back to teaching school.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So did Muhammad Hassan. You remember Muhammad Hassan? So he actually, my buddy Adam, who pops in from time to time in the chat, his girlfriend knows Muhammad Hassan because he's the principal of the school over there in Syracuse.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. But, yeah. You're going to get to meet Mick Foley on Sunday.
How about that?
Yeah.
Hardcore legend.
It's exciting. I'm like grabbing shirts. I'm just like, what do I want to wear today? And then the first shirt I grabbed was my Cactus Jack shirt. I'm like, I'm going to wear this Sunday, I think.
I don't have a Mick Foley t-shirt, so it's probably just whatever he has I'll buy because it's signed.
I have a couple. I have like the classic, like the Wanted t-shirt. And then I have a couple from, he did a lot of work with PW Crate when that first started before it got bought out by Pro Wrestling Tees. So I've got like a black shirt with his silhouette in yellow. It's like kind of based on the Wanted t-shirt, but not really.
Yeah.
And then I've got I'm pretty sure I have a shirt that's based on Dude Love, but not the actual like Dude Love shirt. But I used to have, he was selling, and he might still be selling, an updated version of the Wanted t-shirt that is, like the Cactus Jack one is Wanted Dead.
Yeah.
The Mick Foley one is Wanted Dead or Alive and says Mick Foley on it instead of Cactus Jack. And I had that, and I don't know whatever happened to that shirt, but I eventually ended up, he was doing sales for charity for the Cactus Jack shirts. And he'll do them every once in a while. He hasn't done them in quite a bit, but every once in a while he'll team up with PWTs and he'll do the Cactus Jack Wanted t-shirts for charity. So I was like, ooh, he's selling them now. I'm going to buy one now. And I grabbed it. So, let's see what we got here. Drugs, and then he was released, works in New York for an advertising. Is that Maven we're talking about here, or is that Mike Knox? Met Mick Foley, asked him where he came up with the name Cactus Jack. Said it was named after his father. He was tough like a cactus, so that's where he got it. Yeah, that's
cool.
You just read "Have a nice day." It's in there. best-selling New York Times bestseller. Maven was the one with the now working in the advertising agency in New York. I think he wrestled a match recently, if I'm not mistaken. Laura would probably know better than me on that one. But yeah. No, but yeah, I've met Mick before, and he had just gotten an iPhone, and he was trying to figure out how to use it while people were waiting patiently in line to meet him. So, yeah. But, you know, I've seen so many cool pictures of some of my friends with him, and, like, the picture I got with him is just, like, really washed out, really bad. Just, like, so I'm looking forward to getting a better picture with Mick Foley on Sunday. I got you that meet and greet. Because I'm like, John's never met Mick Foley. John's never met Mick Foley, and these tickets are going 100% to the Victims Fund for the Buffalo shooting a couple of weeks ago. And so it's like, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna spend the extra, and I'm gonna get these meet and greet tickets. He signed your.
I appreciate it.
Says he signed the Three Faces of Foley DVD. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking I'm gonna get my what's the one WWE put out, the later one? I was just thinking about it earlier. For All Mankind, I'm gonna get that one signed. I think that's my plan. Oh, hey, it's music time. So what do I do with my little notes here? Here they are. So this band is performing Friday at Milky's. That's at 522 Elmwood Avenue here in Buffalo. Along with Governess, a DJ set by Billy Page, and a Timeless Babes pop-up shop that's going on at Milky's at 8 p.m. It's $10 to get in, 21 and up, I would imagine. And this is Pure Heel, and this song is called Checking Out on all WNY ThinkSoJoE Show.
Watch my hands! Break the town! Got a gate! On the slab! Stop the car! Shut the door! Wear the bag! Hit the floor! Can't find someone when that someone has already quit! I'm pulling up my stakes, I've had enough of it! Can't find someone when that someone has already quit! I'm checking out this time! Eat the gun! Open wide! All the pills! Cyanide! Tie the news! Razor blades! Stay my tongue! Mouth my knees! Can't find someone when that someone has already quit! I'm folding up my stakes, I've had enough of it! Can't find someone when that someone has already quit! I'm checking out this time! I got nothing left to lose! I got nothing, and you got nothing! I'm fucking taking, and I'm fucking ending all! I'm gonna take you with me, and I'm fucking done! And you're gonna be like, fucking one ever say it! Fuck it, let's just
Watch TV.
It was Pure Heel on all WNY ThinkSoJoE Show. Catch them at Milky's this Friday night with Governess and a DJ set by Billy Page and a Timeless Babes pop-up shop. That's at 8 p.m. It's $10. I might go to that. I might go to shows like the next 3 nights and then go to Mick Foley and then just for like a week not do anything. So, Laura says she would ask Mick, speaking of heels, about that heel run in ECW, which was my favorite. That was the best. Do you remember
when he teamed up with Edge?
No, in the original ECW.
Oh,
Where he was, I think that's what she's talking about, where he was like, I can't even wear glasses because I'm hardcore. And he puts the glasses on and they fall off his missing ear. He's like, hey, I need some floss. Do you have any floss? Oh, I can just use this mic cable because I'm hardcore. I think that might be, I don't know if that's what she's referencing or if she's referencing his WWE CW heel run that you're alluding to, where he teamed with Edge and faced Tommy Dreamer and Terry Funk. And that six-person tag, which also featured Lita and Beulah.
Yep.
So, yeah. Anyway, but yeah, Pure Heel, great band. That was their longest song. It was 2 minutes long. It's their longest song.
That's how I like our music.
I mean, our songs go longer than 2 minutes at least.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd love to get on a show with those guys.
Definitely.
With them and with Axton Smashed, and just like, we'd be the only non-wrestling themed band on the show. But yeah, I don't know if I've ever actually seen Pure Heel. I might have to go to this show on Friday. I'm not the biggest fan of going to, like, Milky's is an okay venue, but this is songs that are triple-digit seconds longer for posers. Yeah. Yeah, I might just go to shows the next 3 nights. Just get out of the house. Be like, yo, I'm gonna go see Tina Williams tomorrow night. We're not playing her. I'm gonna go try and catch her show tomorrow night. She's playing at Talty's right around the corner here on South Park Avenue in Buffalo. And then Thursday, there's what's going on? Oh, no, that is Thursday. Friday, I'll go catch Pure Heel, and Saturday, I'll go catch Wyatt Coyne, who we are playing later. They're playing at Good Bar Saturday night. So that's mostly because I can't get to Rochester to see some ska band who we're playing later on today. What does John call that thing on his right wrist? On your right wrist.
Hair tie.
That is a hair tie. Yes.
I forget you have that.
Yeah, I forget I have it too. It's like, oh yeah, that's a correct answer. I can hit this button now. When John met Foley, John was wearing a WCW Public Enemy jersey. Wow. Maybe that's what I should wear, one of my like rarer NWO shirts. Like, I got the main like black and white NWO shirt, but I also have like the NWO Rules and Bones Were Meant to Be Broken t-shirt, and also a Big Sexy Kevin Nash t-shirt.
You know, I had to wear when I meet Mick Foley. Ask John t-shirt.
Yeah, I don't know if you'll have them by then.
Yeah, I don't know. But that'd be cool.
You got to order them. They still got to print them. It'll probably take like a week to get it. So you won't. You might have it by next week's show if you order today.
Mick Foley asked me a question.
Yeah, right. Even though it's his Q&A, he's going to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I might have to get myself an Ask John t-shirt. I don't know. I
think everybody should.
I think everybody should too. Who asks John questions? Says the person who literally just asked John a question. Joe, do you think John is going to fangirl out when he meets Foley? Yes.
Yep.
The judges say yes. Kirsten has a question for John.
Oh, okay. What's up?
John, how has your day been? I got the wrong one there. There we go. John, how has your day been?
My day's been good. I mean, except for work, but other than that, it's been great.
There you go. All right answers so far. Anyway.
Ask away.
Yeah. Work sucks, I know. You know what turns 23 today? The song that says nobody likes you when you're 23. Enema of the State, Blink-182, turns 23 today. Does that mean I have a year where I'm not allowed to like that album because nobody likes you when you're 23? Is that how that works?
I guess. I mean, I don't remember much when I was 23. I think that was yesterday.
I mean, you still look like you're 23, so.
My mom said I could pass for a undercover police officer at a high school. Go undercover, go back to high school.
What if Foley wants an Ask John shirt? Are you gonna cheese?
I will sign it for him. As long as he gives me one of his shirts and sign it for me.
Yeah, right. Well, no, see, you still got to buy the shirt
I
because
gotta buy the shirt.
You have to.
I don't even know what size he is.
Well, I'm saying you have to buy a shirt from him because it's going to charity.
Yes.
So you still have to pay for the shirt even if you're giving him a shirt.
Yes.
Like charity shirts you don't trade. Right? So like if somebody wanted to trade for like one of these, like nah, we gotta we can't trade because it's going to charity. It's going to the national
you're right.
abortion network dealy there that I completely spaced on the name while we were on stage the other day. My mom said she could hear us
From her house?
from her house.
How far does she live from the venue?
Like half a block, but it's like no,
I don't know about that.
I'm like, I don't think that was us you heard, Mom. She said, no, I around a little bit after 8, I heard somebody yelling and it sounded like Metallica, and I'm like, I still don't know that was us. But if it was,
we went on a little bit early.
But we were playing at the time that she said she heard.
Okay.
And I'm just like, but like Ryan and I went in to the bar after our set. We came back out right as the next band started playing, and it was like I could barely hear them from the edge of the parking lot, let alone a block and a half a block away at my mom's house. John, what happened to the population of Chile last week? I don't know this, so
I get just buzz. Yeah, I don't know.
Oakley Dokley actually puts the other acts on their set lists. We did. Our set list was titled Cardiac Cassette List. I always try to make some kind of reference.
They were a good band.
Yeah, they were killer. Everybody was good. Everybody was really good.
There. It was amazing. And this was our first show playing in front of kids.
Yeah.
So I had my Halloween contacts in. I was like, I'm just going to leave the sunglasses on. I don't want to get into many nightmares. I'm going to start scaring children. No.
Is Mick Foley's daughter still wanting to wrestle? She's dealing with some concussion issues, so apparently she's opening an OnlyFans in a couple of days.
Oh.
So Kirsten says those pictures were killer. Definitely. I don't even know who that photographer was. And like there's no photo credit on anything for me to be like, yo, let me tag this dude in my use of these pictures.
The one from behind me was killer.
That one and the shot of the fucking drum head.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just the branding. Yeah, I'm sitting here, Katie had posted them on our Instagram. And that was the first time I saw them. And I'm like scrolling through and you're sitting next to me while I'm scrolling through and I'm showing you these pictures. You're like, I'm not in any of these. I'm like, dude, you're in every single one of these. Okay, John, you have just been elected the president of San Marino. What country will you go to war with first?
Spain.
Spain?
No, I'm playing.
Why Spain?
I don't know. I don't know. I got to think about this.
I mean,
I got to do my research.
Wouldn't you just like bomb the shit out of North Korea and be like, fuck you guys?
Oh, I'm going to go with that.
Yeah, why not? That's what I would think to do,
Bastards.
I guess. Yeah, I don't know.
They deserve to be bombed.
And then, let's see, favorite 80s action star.
Favorite 80s action star. Let's see.
Meanwhile, it was a couple of people associated with Cardiac Cassette using the same camera that took the pictures.
Oh, okay.
So.
Yeah, it was a guitarist.
Okay.
I remember blue shirt. He had a camera, so yeah. I think that's who did it.
Anyway,
action star.
Favorite 80s action star. This is also an audio podcast, by the way.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Arnold
Terminator.
Schwarzenegger. Yeah, I'd venture to say the same. So, John, favorite person born on March 5th, 1768. March 5th, 1768. I have no idea who she's referencing.
No idea.
We'll find
We
out.
need to find this. Yeah. Research.
We're gonna find
Bear
out
with us, everybody.
who was born on March 5th, 1768. 1768. Apparently nobody was born on that. Oh no, that's events. Oh no, births. I don't see anybody born in 1768 on March. I don't know who she's talking about then. March. Oh, I put March 6th. Never mind. I got the wrong date. I'm sorry. That was on me. She said she just typed a date. 1768. I don't know anybody who was born on March 5th, 1768. Anyway. But, yeah, anyway.
Yeah.
So, nobody. I don't know anybody who was born on that date. Hooray. When AOL was huge, what was your first screen name, or are you too young for that? Are you too young for that?
Like the internet?
Like AOL, your instant messenger on AOL. What was your screen name? Did you have one?
No.
No. Okay, so you're too old for that. I don't remember my first one, but my I still have the email address associated with was Lars Kills Napster. Still have it to this day. So obviously AOL Instant Messenger isn't a thing anymore, but like I still have that email address associated with that.
Remember the internet? You had to plug the phone line.
Yeah.
And it did that.
Yeah. Yeah.
When it came out. Yeah.
Everything was so slow because you're on
Yeah.
dial-up. As soon as then they're like, oh, we have cable internet. And like, oh, let me try cable internet. Like, oh, wow. And cable internet back then was like way slower than it is now. So like you wouldn't be able to do something like this on there.
I tried to call my grandma and that's all I hear. Oh, somebody's on the internet, I guess. Probably my cousin.
Like even with the high speed internet, like you wouldn't be able to do anything like this. Not that we had the technology to do this back then anyway, but like,
Yeah.
you know. John, thoughts on crabs? What kind of crabs are we talking about here? Like Mr. Krabs from SpongeBob?
You gotta be more specific.
Crabs are very greedy individuals, from my understanding, and they have children who are whales, and I don't understand how that is biologically possible. But anyway, everything evolves into crabs. Look it up, says Kirsten. It's craziness. We'll have to look that up, I guess. Yeah, thoughts on so,
I'm gonna go with Mr. Krabs there.
that's the most famous crab,
Yeah.
right? Maybe Pinchy from The Simpsons. You remember
Maybe.
Pinchy from The Simpsons?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Pinchy was a lovable little crab. Was he? Well, he was a lobster though. He wasn't a crab. So I guess Mr. Krabs would still be the most famous
Krabs
example.
only cared about his dollar.
Yes. Yes, he did. So I'll give you that one. John, we'll allow robots to take over the world? What? Should we allow robots to take over the world?
Well, I saw iRobot, so no.
John and Joe, if Living Brain Dead did a cover of a song, what would you do? We're actually in the middle of working on on like a 7-song 80s cover album right now. So
Turned out pretty well.
yeah, we've played a few of the songs. We've played the Rick Astley song. We've played The Dead or Alive. You Spin Me. We just played that for the first time. That was the first time we've actually played that in front of people.
That sounded really good.
It did, except Katie forgot the words, which was,
It was
still good.
funny though when
Still
she
good.
said in the second verse.
I don't know if anybody like we had the in ears, so we could hear everything, but I don't know how it sounded like out front. So I don't know if anybody else caught what she was saying.
Well, I mean, Amber loved it.
And also we've done the Proclaimers 500 miles.
Yeah,
We've
but
done-
we never did.
we haven't
did
done the
we
full
did a short
version.
version of it after we did.
we did like
Blink
we did
182.
yeah we were doing what we called blink outs, which was we would play Damn It by Blink 182, but John and I can't play that like we can't play that part.
I don't know why.
Neither one of us can do it, so it's just like
I don't
you know
why.
what, let's.
I try to watch other bands do it, and everybody has their own different thing.
And Katie had like said, oh, why don't we should start playing Never Gonna Give You Up. We should play Never Gonna Give You Up at the next show. And that was Brian kind of came up with the idea of let's just do both of those. Like, just instead of trying to figure out that part, let's just launch into Never Gonna Give You Up, which turned into let's launch into an 80s song. And then Brian suggested we should do a covers EP. And we have been working on that. We've got, I think Ryan came up with a song he wanted, and I don't remember what it was. So,
I didn't.
but anyway.
I'd like to see what he came up with.
So let's see. John, should we ban the Living Brain Dead? Where's that? Where are we here? Should we ban the Living Brain Dead?
No.
John, thoughts on parody songs?
Parody.
Like Weird Al Yankovic.
Weird Al?
Like literally right behind your head, Weird Al Yankovic.
I love Weird Al. So,
Yeah.
my thoughts? Dude, he's funny. He's a genius at what he does.
I'll tell you what. I was my kid was out swimming in the pool, and I was sitting poolside because I had just gotten a tattoo, so I couldn't swim. So I'm like, all right, let me I'll just control the music. So I put on Weird Al, and like my kid was really into like Iggy Azalea at the time, right? And she's
I remember her.
And Weird Al did a parody of Fancy. It was called Handy. And I'm playing this.
I like that one.
I'm playing this song, and she's like, I don't like this. This guy, all he does is sing other people's songs, and he sings them so wrong. And I'm just like, whose kid are you? The fuck? Unfortunately, Weird Al is actually in town the day of our next show.
Yep.
So I'm still trying to get Ryan to go to Pittsburgh in October for Weird Al. Hell, we should go whether or not he wants to go. If he wants to go, then we'll take his car. If not,
I'll go.
we'll try and make sure yours gets there. What else do we have? Joe, thoughts on the late Lexi? Oh, may she rest in peace. She wants to know if you were were Bruce the killer on CW's Killer Camp. I don't think it was John. I don't think it was John because Bruce was a lot bigger than John is.
I couldn't have heard fly. Well, maybe a spider, but.
Did we invite Weird Al to the show? No,
No.
maybe we should.
We should.
I think we're probably playing at like the same time, so
Yeah,
it probably.
unfortunately, yeah.
I have a tendency to invite celebrities to shows that I'm putting on. We once did a John Stamos birthday show, just because like it didn't start that way. It was just like, oh, hey, we got this show going on with like Arcadia and Yellow Sauce and Janie Crash and the Tall Men, and there was one other band I can't think of off the top of my head. Wyatt Coin, actually, it was. And we're like, oh, it's on John Stamos' birthday. We should do a John Stamos birthday show. And so we just shifted all the marketing to like, we're putting on a show for John Stamos' birthday, and we're like inviting him via Twitter, and he liked one of the tweets. And we're just like, yo, John Stamos might actually show up at this thing. We're not advertising John Stamos to show up this thing, but he liked the tweet inviting him to this thing. And then he posted a picture in his birthday suit on Instagram that day in Los Angeles. So it's like, nah, he's not coming. Sorry, guys. But we had like 2 big-ass posters of John Stamos on stage. One of them is still at Stamps, I think. And the other one is in Scott Leffler's office. But we did that, and then we've also we did a show during Nickel City Comic Con a few years ago, and Hulk Hogan was at Nickel City Comic Con, so we were like inviting Hulk Hogan to come out to Good Bar for this show that I had going on, which he didn't. And come to find out, he was supposed to do a show with Green Jello the next day. Hulk Hogan was. And there's significance to that. Now, I can actually show you what that is after the next song break. But apparently he no-showed that too. So it's like, screw him then. Anyway. She says invite him anyway. Weird Al. John and Joe would let Weird Al play accordion. Yes, of course we would let Weird Al play accordion in Living Brain Dead. We're over here. We're talking about one of the covers we're doing has like a synth in the original, and we're talking about we want to get Josh from Toy Box Brigade to come play on it. We haven't talked to him about it yet, so that's probably the first time we've acknowledged that publicly. But we're thinking about asking him to come play like trombone on it or trumpet or whatever.
Man in Motion.
Yeah, St. Elmo's Fire. We haven't played that one out yet. We've been working on that one. I can't remember how to play it. I'm trying to relearn how to play it. Like I've been sitting here like playing it every night. Like, okay, I think I know how to play the song now.
Thank God we recorded it before.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to listen back to that recording and just be like, all right, how did we play this? What notes am I playing here? Since he isn't here, John and Joe, thoughts on Meg Ryan? She means Ryan, of course. I love Ryan.
I love that dude.
Yeah. Ryan's the best.
Amazing.
John, thoughts on deathmatch companies like CZW or XPW? You ever watch any of those deathmatch shows?
I did see a couple from like John Moxley did.
Okay.
Couple,
some of the CZW stuff.
Where he's taking YouTube and something like that. It's insane. I would never do it.
He's taking the electric saw to the skull. Like, what the fuck?
Going through glass and all that. It
light tubes and
really
shit.
Cool, but I would never volunteer to try it. So
I never really had much of an appreciation for like CZW. Like I liked ECW. And, I think like CZW was trying to be like that next evolution of what ECW would have been had they survived. But it was like, no, that's too much. Like, it's just like there was at least some logic behind anything that happened in ECW, whereas CZW is just like, hey, look, light tubes, But I did, in fact, yes, this is where I was going with this story. I have interviewed a former CZW champion, Black G's, and he came on the show, and he was very well spoken, and he was really talking about the culture of CZW and talking about how, the logic behind some of this stuff that I'm saying, I couldn't see, and really kind of said, kind of made me like appreciate it a little bit more.
Well, you said his name was
Black G's. Black G's. BLKJEEZ.
Black Cheese. Like,
not
what?
cheese. No. No, that's a different guy. That's the world famous CB cheeseburger. Like that guy. Anyway, but no, Black G's, Jeez.
Oh, okay.
BLKJEEZ.
Yeah, my bad.
Great interview too. Very made me kind of appreciate CZW just that little bit more. I'm still not gonna go by the Cage of Death or whatever the fuck the show is called. But Sick Nick Mondo, I've heard of that guy. I'm not really familiar with his work, but I've heard of that guy. Wasn't he in like what's that documentary called? Beyond the Mat? Wasn't he in that?
Think so.
I think he might have been in that. I don't know. I know I saw like they had what was the dude's name? One of the wrestlers that was in Beyond the Mat later died. But I saw him, Trent Acid. I saw him wrestle in Buffalo once before he passed away. So, yeah. Beyond the Mat's, pretty good documentary, but I could do without seeing naked Terry Funk. John, thoughts on Caval? You remember Caval? Caval was a NXT winner from the game show era of NXT. His pros were Laycool.
Caval.
Caval, otherwise known as Low Key.
Oh, okay. Dude was sick. He was a good wrestler.
He was good. He
Was
just
like a high flyer.
yeah.
Yeah,
He just wasn't gonna make it in WWE's.
No, it was not.
And
his
WWE's bigger than larger than life environment.
Yeah.
So this band Tuesday night, they just released a new single. It's 2 songs, including the one that we're about to play called "Following After Me." They are playing tonight at Nite's, 248 Allen Street, with King Blister and Jungle Steve. That's at 8:30 tonight. So after the show, you just head over to Nite's. It's $5, 21 and up. And they're also playing tomorrow at the Lion and Eagle Pub. That's at 10255 Main Street in Clarence with Ace Alone and Ryan Kaminsky. That's a 7 p.m. for that show and $5 at the door. And this is Tuesday night. This song is called Following After Me on All WNY and ThinkSoJoE Show. was Tuesday night, the song called Following After Me on all WNY Think So Joe show. Again, you can catch them tonight at Nietzsche's after the show, or you can go out to Clarence at the Lion and Eagle pub and catch them tomorrow night. So, great band.
Yeah.
It's a duo. Couple of very talented musicians come together, make a great band too. So, Anyway, Sick Nick Mondo apparently was famous for taking a weed whacker to the stomach during a death match. Very psychotic wrestler, but apparently a great guy outside of a friend of John's. So,
Weed whacker?
Weed whacker to the stomach. You imagine that? A little whippy thingy hitting your no.
Dude must have
No,
bleeding.
thank you.
Oh my god.
No, thank you. I'll leave that shit to you guys, to the professionals.
I thought ECW was crazy, but
That's just it.
yeah.
I mean, like, you do this stupid shit.
it's like the new version.
Like anybody who's ever seen clips of CZW but hasn't actually like sat there and watched it, it's like, oh, that's that shit where they take like fucking bandsaws to each other's heads. That's a famous clip of Moxley. You ever see that? Where he's like in a submission, he's in like a camel clutch, and the dude's got it for like a saw, an electric saw, and he's like sawing Moxley's fucking head with it. No, he's never seen this. This is the first time he's heard of this. That's an actual thing that has happened in a death match in CZW.
God, I gotta watch it.
Yeah,
I gotta see it for myself.
He's gonna go look it up now after the show or during the next song break, one of the two. Yeah.
I'll give you my thoughts about it.
Yeah, that's I forgot to.
If I don't pass out.
I was gonna show off the Hulk Hogan Green Jello record I have, but I forgot. So Hulk Hogan and Green Jello did a song together. It's called "Leader of the Band" or "Leader of the Gang," something like that.
I remember that song.
Yeah, I didn't know about it until I started. I became friends with Bill Manspeaker on Facebook, and he was selling off some stuff, and he was like, "Oh, look at this! I got this copy of Hulk Hogan, leader of the band or whatever," and he's telling the story of like they were in London and Hulk Hogan happened to be there, and his management like called them like, "Hey, you want to do something together?" And next thing you know, Hulk Hogan and Green Jello are in the studio together. So like, as I'm filling out my Green Jello collection, it's like, oh, I think I kind of need this one. Because it also fits with the wrestling album collection I have. John, apples or pears, which one would you ban?
Pears.
I agree.
That's the fastest I came up with an answer real quick.
I agree with you. I'd ban pears over apples.
Set a record there.
Yeah.
Takes me a minute to answer those questions.
I gotta keep talking because it is also an audio podcast available right now. You can listen to it right now on allwny.com or the free All WNY app, no matter which. You can get that from the Play Store or from the Apple App Store, whatever. The iStore. Is it just the App Store now? I don't know. Apple changes the names of their fucking products too much. Just recently stopped making the iPhone, or not the iPhone, the iPod. iPods are no longer a thing, which sucks, I guess. I don't know. I never liked iPods anyway. They were just like glorified MP3 players.
No, like collector's items now.
It's like, hey, you know what you want? You want this MP3 player that you have to use our software to put the music on the MP3 player, and you have to pay like twice what you would pay for a normal for just a regular MP3 player, and then everybody just buys the fuck out of them. Like, why? Like, why? And then like the iPhone came out, and that was kind of cool because it's like, oh, that's like an iPod with a fucking phone on it. And then like
It
Google's
was cool.
like,
I
yeah, we could do that. Here, it's cheaper,
I had one.
and you don't have to use iTunes with it.
I had an iPhone. Drive me nuts. Need a password for everything.
Okay, so I'm gonna go in reverse order here. Paying for MP3s, ha. I mean, my AIM name was Lars Kills Napster, so that doesn't necessarily mean I wasn't stealing MP3s back in the day, but I mean, no, I would never do anything like that. Copyright protection.
No, I mean, I wouldn't accuse you for
intellectual
anything
properties
like
and artists' rights and that. John, give Joe some dating advice. Here we go. Give me some date. You apparently are successful at dating. You got a second date before the first date was even over. Me, on the other hand, I'm still waiting for a second date. So I don't know. Anyway. Anyway. Yeah. Okay. So dating advice from John. What's?
All right. If I had to give any advice, don't be somebody like. Be yourself.
Be yourself.
Don't be somebody else. If she can't handle you being yourself, then she's not it.
You can't fucking handle me. There you go.
That's my advice. Be yourself.
That is the absolute best advice. I don't want anybody to like me for somebody I'm not. Fuck
Yes.
that. Like, I'm me. Deal with it.
You can't deal with me? Bye.
Yeah, exactly.
But-
That's like.
Yeah.
Like when I've gotten divorced or when Karina and I split, like people are, how are you like not super miserable right now? And it's just like, if they don't want to be a part of my life, fuck them. Their loss.
People come and go.
And that's no offense to anybody, you know what I mean? But like if yeah, if you don't want me, I'm cool as fuck. You don't want me in your life, fuck off. Just, I don't give a shit, you know? Let's see what we got here. Hold on. People ask why I'm so weird and mention being disabled in job interviews. It's because if an employer doesn't like me, it's dodging a bullet for both of us. And a wise man once said, to be yourself is all that you can do. Wasn't that Ashley Massaro's theme song? Yes, I know that was Audio Slave and Chris Cornell, but anyway. Don't worry, Joe is a man beast. He'll find someone. But yeah, no, I mean, but seriously, but I mean, that's not just for dating though. That's for like, anybody in my life. You don't want to be a part of my life. You don't have to be. Fuck it. I've definitely had some people opt to not be friends with me at points in my life, and it's just like, okay, see ya. Am I supposed to be upset here? Right? But yeah, I mean, but yeah, that's exactly it. Like I'm me. I don't know how to be anybody else. That's why I'm a narrator and not an actor. I don't know how to be anybody else.
I mean, that's the best advice I ever gave. So
I don't have
yourself.
Somebody asked me to do the Jaws theme, but say some words to it, and they're like, I don't know if you know what I mean. I'm like, I know exactly what you mean, but you don't want me. You want a singer. Like I know exactly what you mean, and I could probably do it, but it would sound better if you had somebody who actually could knows what note they're singing, because that's not me. That is not me. Like Ryan knows what notes he's singing, and I'm just like, why am I doing backups then? Like, you should be doing these. You know what note you're singing. I don't. I'm just like, this sounds okay.
my lyrics would be run, 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 run away.
According to you, they were Laura. Oh, you're back to Laura. According to you, they were Laura. One of the people who no longer speaks to me. So I wonder whatever happened to that guy. I don't know. I don't really care, but I wonder what happened to that guy. Yeah, Katie doesn't know what note she's singing either, so it's all good. It works. So what we're saying is, so what you're saying is teach you how to play bass and then Ryan can sing. Probably no. No, not at all. Anyway, yeah, buy your official ThinkSoJoE merch, merch.thinksojoe.com.
It's
Get
not
your
there anymore, but yeah, buy it.
get your Ask John t-shirts. There's 3 of them.
They come in blue, black, and red.
I send you 3 of these, and I'm just like, which one? You're like,
All 3.
all 3. I'm
All
like,
3.
sure, whatever. we can do that.
Collect
We can
them
do all
all.
3. Yeah,
Collect them all.
we'll do all 3. So we'll just we'll do some we'll do some like limited edition ones for like charity down the line too.
Yes.
Just like we'll make them like yellow or green or something. Like, I don't know. Has John ever heard of a razor?
No.
No, you never heard of a razor. You never.
Razor Ramon.
I was gonna say, there you go, Razor Ramon.
Hey, yo.
We were literally like, that's why the show almost didn't start on time today, is because we were talking about. I showed you the NWO inspired one we did when Scott Hall passed away, the thumbnail. If you ever come to Virginia, my wife could find you someone. She has secret powers to get women to date our friends. She is the Emperor from Star Wars. She has the power.
I guess they're going to play a show in Virginia.
I got to go to Virginia anyway, man. I got a buddy down there that's been bugging me to come down. So I've got so much else travel-wise that I'm doing this year that I don't know if it's going to happen. But like I'm going to try at some point to go to Virginia. So... But not for that purpose. Like literally to go see my buddy who I used to hang out with all the time before he moved down there. That was my buddy. We'd go to Elmwood all the time because he liked Talking Leaves, the bookstore over there, and that's my landlady yelling to her dogs. Okay. Anyway, which she got a new dog. You met the dog
It was so
when you were
cute.
here. Yeah, it's Dobie.
It was so cute.
He's so adorable, his little brown head. Anyway, yeah, my buddy and I used to go to Elmwood all the time because he liked Talking Leaves and I liked ETS. And then Revolver's like, hey, we're opening on Elmwood, a block away from ETS and Talking Leaves. Like, well, now we got a third thing we're doing when we go down to Elmwood. We'll go to the bookstore, we'll go to the ETS, and then we'll go to the record store. And I will spend tons and tons and tons of money at the record store while you just look around like, I don't have a record player. Anyway, John, favorite type of dog?
I would say my dog. I pass. Pitbull.
A pit bull. Okay, I'm like, he's looking for a breed. Yeah. All right, pit bull. There you go. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I'm a cat guy, so. I mean, I like dogs, but I don't know like a lot about dogs. So, John, favorite library? Did she say library? Yeah, library in America. I thought she said library. Favorite library in America? The Buffalo Public Library, where our good friend Sally Schaefer works. Anyway, I don't know. When's the last time you've been to a library?
High school.
High school.
That was like 12 years ago.
Drummers don't read.
No, we don't read. I don't even know what I'm playing. I don't even read drum music or anything. I look at the pictures. That's about it.
I haven't been to a library since like the early 2000s. I used to go all the time. I got a story. We used to skip school. Buddy of mine and I, and we would meet up with various other people who were skipping from other schools. And the one day we went to Tops, and this is back in the 90s, back before they had like the cases behind the counters for cigarettes.
Yeah.
And our friend from Grand Island teaches my friend how to steal cigarettes. So we go the next day, we skip again, and we're at Tops the next day, and he's trying to steal cigarettes, and he gets caught. And my buddy Jimmy and I, we go to the Niagara Falls Library because it's like right down the street. He goes to the payphone. He's like, "You got a quarter?" Yeah, here's a quarter. Let's give him the quarter. And he gets the phone book out, looks up on my friend's phone number, calls his house, because this is back before cell phones, calls his house and goes, "Is Dan there?" She, no, he's at school. He's like, "Are you sure?" And all I can hear from that other end of the telephone is, "He damn well better be." And then we walk back towards the school. We're walking by Tops. We're seeing him getting like loaded in the fucking police car and shit. It was like, oh man. But yeah, that's a library memory. What do we got here? There is favorite wrestling finishing. John, favorite wrestling finishing move. Just to be clear, it's a diamond cutter, not the RKO. But before we get to that answer, there's a hidden room in the Rochester Central Library. Both downtown libraries are connected with an underground tunnel.
Oh, that's cool.
Definitely her favorite library so far. Favorite wrestling move, just to be clear, it's a diamond cutter, not the RKO. What's your favorite wrestling move?
Oh, favorite wrestling move?
Yes. He's got to think about it. There's so many to choose from. I like sharpshooters when they get botched, so I loved AEW Double or Nothing. Started with Ruby Soho, and she couldn't hook it in right, and then
No, she couldn't hook it in right.
everybody else for the rest of the night keeps trying to do sharpshooters, and none of them looked good.
No.
I don't even like Bret Hart. I am a Shawn Michaels guy. He's still thinking about it. Still thinking about what wrestling move is his favorite.
Oh, I mean, it's been famous so far in AEW. Warlord, powerbomb.
Oh, the war, yeah. Got his hands on MJF on
10 power bombs.
Got his hands on MJF on Sunday. Finally, we've been waiting for that. We were talking last week about how long we've been waiting for that to happen.
The best moment was when he's trying to pull out the ring and they're looking at him. Like, I'll hold on to this for you.
And Bryce Remsburg's just like, yoink. Taps him on the pats him on the shoulder. My friend was asking for a GIF. It still feels weird to me to say that. Was looking for like an image or a GIF. I'm gonna say GIF. That's more comfortable for me. Anyway, of him doing that, and I could not find one, so I am a little disappointed in that. But yeah, that was great. John, should weed be legal? Should weed be legal? Weed is legal here, by the way.
Yes, it's already legal, so yeah.
John, should books be legal? You really got to think. Yes, books should be legal. John and Joe, favorite match type? I love the dog collar match. I can tell you my least favorite. I hate ambulance matches. Those are fucking stupid.
It's just like a casket match, or my favorite is way back then when they had the buried alive matches.
Buried alive, okay. I'm a sucker for like the Money in the Bank ladder match, like the multi-man, like
somebody's gonna get hurt.
Oh yeah, no, I love just like those big clusterfuck ladder matches where
Or Elimination Chamber. Or
yeah, I could get down with Elimination Chamber or
like the early, not
like,
the new chamber they have now.
The design. I like the design now because the high flyers can shine more. Like if you remember that first Elimination Chamber, like RVD couldn't like even stand up on top of the pod, so he ended up crushing Triple H's throat legitimately.
I saw they the day of there was like an interview with Triple H. It's like everybody's looking at the chamber for the first time, and someone asked, "What's your thoughts?" He asked Triple H, "What's your thoughts about tonight?" Everybody's going to get fucked.
Yeah, I think I think in part of that they were also talking about like the fact that there wasn't a lot of room for them to stand up, which is why RVD couldn't get the distance that he was able to get. So I kind of like the new chamber design a little bit better because of it. Because it's taller and they can stand up on top of the pods.
But they put mats.
But they put the mat. Yeah, I mean,
thing.
still, those mats
Still.
aren't going to help much.
Not really.
They're going to stop you
but,
from. They're going to stop you from getting that grating. Like,
Yeah, but you're still gonna be sore. It's still gonna be like the same outcome as the first one.
let's see, where were we here? Saw that one. Don't you mean the Scorpion Deathlock?
Sting.
Uh,
It's Sting.
Johnny Mercury, this is not for you. This is for the other John. Thoughts on Ultimate X? So we'll let them sort that out in the comments.
Okay.
I like Ultimate X. I think that's a cool match type. They're doing a women's one at the next Impact pay-per-view. Slammiversary coming up.
I guess we got a match coming up.
We do? Oh, a Punjabi prison match. John versus Joe, Punjabi prison match. Who wins? Oh, jeez. So I don't think I've ever actually watched the Punjabi prison matches.
I have. So I know how to win.
Okay, so then you're gonna win because I don't know the rules. I don't even know like what you do. Like, is that an escape
there's
thing
like
or
3 cages. Now you go through the door, but they give you like a time limit. It's like 30 seconds. You got to get and the door closes, it's shut for good. You got to find another way out. That means you got to freaking climb. But there's like these
like bamboo spikes,
yeah,
right? Like
spikes. So it's gonna be a little tough.
okay,
You got to get all 3 cages
okay.
to win.
I don't know. I mean, the only double cage match I ever remember seeing is very infamous for all the wrong reasons, and that being the Big Boss Man versus Al Snow in the Kennel from Hell. You remember that one?
Yeah.
We got these mean, vicious dogs who are more interested in having sex with each other and shitting on the floor than actually attacking the wrestlers.
The last one I saw was Jinder Mahal and Randy Orton. That was the last time that match happened.
You know what? I think I might, because like the Great Khali came out in that one, right? I think I might have actually seen that one, but yeah, it was not a memorable match.
I think it's for the WWE Championship.
The whole thing about that was it was designed for the Great Khali.
Yes.
You know, and it was, you know, the mythology behind it was he's bringing it over from India. It's the most deadly match in India, and he's bringing it here so he can win the WWE Championship or whatever the fuck was the case. And then he wasn't cleared to wrestle at the show, so the Big Show took his place. So the first Punjabi prison match was like, what was it, The Undertaker and the Big Show or something, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
There's 4 doors, I think.
Oh, we're talking multiple cages. So, thoughts on the WCW triple cage? Do you remember the WCW triple cage?
I remember from the movie.
From Ready to Rumble, yes.
Ready to Rumble.
They did an actual, I think they might have done 2 of them in real life. One was Jeff Jarrett won the title back from David Arquette in that, but that was, you know, David Arquette was like, no, I'm a heel now. I'm with Jeff Jarrett. Here's the belt back, buddy. You know? Yeah, I don't know. It was an interesting concept. It was just WCW had weird fucking cage concepts, like that fucking scaffold in the cage with the Alliance to End Hulkamania. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, here's and this guy's name is the Final Solution. Oops. Not for long. It's not. Anyway, yeah, WCW had a weird history with fucking unique cage matches. The triple one had potential. I think if they maybe used it more and made it more of like an annual thing like WWE does with like Hell in a Cell or you know, like Elimination Chamber or whatever, like maybe that would
War Games.
War Games was
2 rings, 2 cages.
Now, do you like WCW War Games with the roof or NXT War Games without it?
That's a good question. Oh.
And I think it's basically, and the idea behind taking the roof off of the War Games cage was basically the same as raising the Elimination Chamber height so that, you know, the high flyers can shine more.
Yeah.
Because like that WCW cage, you jump from the mat, you're hitting your head on the damn thing. So, you know,
I say a new one.
I've always liked war games. I thought like just seeing that double ring aesthetic was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And for for NXT to do it and have that added thing of like, you know, and you can't escape the cage. If you escape the cage, your team is disqualified. You lose the match if you leave the cage. So you're still confined to the cage. You can't leave. You know, so they've
You could climb up and jump off it.
right, but you can't leave the cage.
Yeah.
So they've taken care of that aspect of like, well, we took out the roof, but you still can't leave legally from this match. But you know, but I liked that aesthetic of just the two rings side by side, even throughout the entirety of the pay-per-view, and then you're alternating rings, so like, you know, if you're in the front row, you're only in the front row for half the show, basically.
Yeah.
Or in the case of World War III, a third of the show, because you had the 3 rings, which that was a cool concept too. Kinda. You know, it's like, well, we can't just knock off the Royal Rumble, so what can we do in January? Hey, let's have 3 rings. We'll have 20 guys in each ring. And then when there's 20 guys left, they all meet in one ring, and then whoever wins gets a shot at the WCW Championship or whatever. We'll get caught up here. So how about this? Joe versus John in a leather strap match. I think I could take. I have the thicker hide. I think I could take that one.
Yeah. I totally lost.
Favorite WrestleMania entrance stage set, and then we'll get to music because Laura is right. We're 2 minutes late on that.
Favorite
WrestleMania stage entrance set. I really liked the one they did in Orlando a few years back where they had the roller coaster.
Yeah.
That one was pretty cool. The ones I've been to, I really liked like WrestleMania 18. I thought was cool. Because you had the big fucking Sky Dome, you know, giant fucking Jumbotron they have. And then below that, you've got like 5 mini screens. And then the entrance is 3 screens. So I thought that one was pretty cool. I liked that one. But yeah, I dig the one they did in Orlando with the roller coaster. That was pretty cool. But that entrance ramp was ridiculously huge. Okay, so music. This Saturday night at Flower City Station in Rochester, that's 170 East Avenue in Rochester, the band Pilfers, and we've had Cooley Ranks from Pilfers on the show before. They are playing along with Katie Alessandra of Turkey Blaster Omega, and this band, known simply as Some Ska Band, and this song is called Suburban Jungle on all WNY Think So Joe Show.
You worked hard in high school, 4.0 GPA, did a stint in college to pad your resume, got a job at the mall selling
That was Some Ska Band on all WNY Think So Joe show. Yes, that is the name of the band, Some Ska Band. They are playing at Flower City Station, 170 East Avenue in Rochester, opening for Pilfers, along with Katie Alessandra of Turkey Blaster Omega. $7, 7 o'clock, $15 advance, 20 at the doors, 21 and up with ID at the door. And that is Saturday night, Flower City Station in Rochester. So, good ska show coming up in Rochester. If that's your scene, go check that out. I'm Saturday night probably gonna go check out the next band we're gonna play, but just because I'm friends with them and I haven't seen them in forever, so I was already planning on going out tomorrow. I'm gonna go. My friend Tina Williams is playing over here at Talties on South Park, so I'm thinking of going to that tomorrow, and then Friday I might pop into that Milky show with Pure Heel. So if you want to go, it's Deluded's farewell show at Bug Jar, and Kirsten will be there. So you can go hang out with her if you're not feeling the ska thing. John, why do you have beautiful brown eyes? He really does, doesn't he?
Well, thank you. I don't know. But thank you.
He really doesn't know. That's why he gets the right answer. Anyway, so yeah, lots of stuff to do this weekend. Doesn't seem like it when you go look at the event pages, though. Like, Niagara Falls Comic-Con is apparently this week.
Really?
Up in Niagara Falls, Canada. Because
Oh.
I'm like looking for events, and it's like, come meet the cast of Home Improvement, and it just shows Richard Karn and what's her name? The one who replaced Pamela Anderson on the show. Debbie Dunning, is that her name?
Yeah.
What was her character's name?
I love
Heidi.
I love that show.
Yeah. Apparently, so you could go meet Alan Heidi from Home Improvement. It's at a Home Improvement reunion, so I don't know how many more actors from the show are on there, but those were the ones in the
That
pictures.
was my favorite.
You could go.
It was everybody's favorite, mostly.
There's also, I guess, William Shatner is going to be there. I saw
William
Shatner on there.
Shatner.
I'm like, oh, Shatner. Like, I'm not gonna go to Canada just for this, but like, ooh, William Shatner, like that's cool. The cast of Home Improvement, like, I don't know who else. There was, the Zamboni driver who beat the Toronto Maple Leafs a couple of years ago is gonna be at Niagara Falls Comic-Con. David Ayers, I think is the guy's name. John,
That's cool.
the other John will correct me if I'm wrong. But he is, he's at the, he's going to be at Comic-Con. I looked, I'm like, why do I know that name? Like, oh, that's the dude that beat the Maple Leafs. The fucking Zamboni driver who played an NHL game and beat the Maple Leafs because fuck the Maple Leafs.
Yeah, fuck them.
Anyway. I was rooting for Tampa against Toronto because fuck Toronto. But I've been rooting against Tampa ever since, and then they swept Florida. So hopefully New York will put up a better fight. Let's go Rangers.
Nope.
Let's
They're going down.
go Rangers.
Go Bolts.
And then, the Oilers got to make a comeback in their series with Colorado. They lost last night. Controversial offsides call. I didn't get a good look at it. I was half paying attention. What I did catch, I thought it was a good goal. So, and I'm rooting against the team who scored it. So, I don't know. But I think the way Connor McDavid's been playing, I think Edmonton will find a way to battle back and beat Colorado. And I wouldn't be surprised if they won the cup if McDavid and Draisaitl keep playing the way they're playing, and Evander Kane. So, but I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. I'm really, those are the two situations I normally don't want: is a team to three-peat, and a team or a team from Canada to finally break that string of losses. But the lesser of two evils, I guess, would be the Oilers winning. Plus, that's my buddy G's team. He's suffered long enough watching that team linger in the bottom of the standings. So, you know, John's over here. He knows I'm right when I put air quotes around a three-peat here if Tampa were to somehow win the Stanley Cup again this year.
3 in a row.
Three in a row, asterisks. 3 in a row because you won one that was in the bubble. You won one that was, your divisions were all misaligned. And you beat an Eastern Conference team. You're an Eastern Conference team who beat an Eastern Conference team in the Stanley. That doesn't count.
Go Koosh.
They literally, here's the thing, is Tampa Bay literally won 2 back-to-back Stanley Cups because the NHL has like a legal obligation to award the Stanley Cup every year. Otherwise, they could have just said, fuck it, we're not going to give out the cup in 2020.
But they did.
But when they did they had a year where there was a lockout and there was no Stanley Cup awarded, and they got sued over it because the cup is not exclusive to the NHL. I mean, there's obviously it's very well associated with the NHL. It is the de facto trophy of the NHL. But if there is a year where the NHL cannot award the trophy, other teams not in the NHL can vie for the Stanley Cup. And that was a legal precedent set a couple of years ago, which realistically, shouldn't have had to go to court because that is absolutely how that should have worked. John, thoughts on sunlight? Sunlight. I don't know. You're darker than I am, so skin tone wise, at least on camera. I don't know about. Yeah, we're about the same, I guess.
About the same.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really.
I mean, we're comparing tattooed arms, so yeah, I burn too.
Yeah.
We're comparing tattooed arms like we can really tell our skin color under them. There we go. We get this. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I'm a little bit darker.
Yeah, you're a little bit darker, just a little. But yeah,
Oh,
I don't like sunlight.
Gingers don't tan; they burn.
Yeah, I burn too, so I don't particularly like sunlight. Like we got to Walmart Inn the other day, and I'm just like, fuck, I forgot to get sunscreen. I'm dead.
And it got really cold.
It did get really cold at night. I didn't.
And I grabbed the thinnest hoodie from my house, which I
At
regret.
least you had a hoodie. I'm sitting there in my fucking, my cutoff, my shirt with cutoff sleeves. Like, fuck, I should have brought a hoodie. I should ask Ryan if I could go into his car and get my other shirt. Like, fuck it, it's almost over. I'll just deal with it. And then they played their entire album back to, front to back, and then played another cover. It's like, oh, hey, look at that.
And an encore.
We're not the only, yeah, they did. We're not the only band playing an 80s cover here today. Does John shave his arms? Laura wants to know.
Do I shave my arms?
Do you shave your arms?
No.
He's got very, very fine hair on his arms. It just, you can see it on the camera. I can see it. It's just not like super thick. It's not like, you're not at like Prince Albert, A-Train levels of body hair there.
I can't really see on this arm, but
Nah, you got tattoos there. So, yeah. But no, John does not shave his arms. I can verify just by glancing over to my right here. Come on, we got 10 minutes left, guys. Give me questions. Give me comments. Give me anything in the chat here, and we'll do our best to get to them before the show ends. We got 10 minutes before we're getting out of here. Playing some Wyatt Coin. Wyatt Coin's playing at Good Bar this weekend, and I haven't seen them in forever. So it's like, shit, I kind of want to go to this show. I kind of don't want to do anything this weekend, but I kind of want to go to this show because that's because Wyatt Coin shows. You ever seen Wyatt Coin?
I think we played a show with them.
You are correct. We did play a show
My
with them.
second show with you guys.
We did play with Wyatt Coin. You're correct.
At Tudor.
Tudor Lounge, yeah. Yeah, Wyatt Coin puts on crazy-ass shows sometimes. That was one of the tamer ones. But I've been to shows. Like, I went and saw him at Nietzsche's once. And they had these, like, Dollar Tree, like, foam swords.
Yeah.
And they were just giving them to people, like, come up on stage and have a sword fight. Like, okay, cool. And I'm walking down Allen Street, like, after the show. Like, I'm like, I gotta go catch a bus, guys. See ya. You know, I'm walking down Allen Street, and I got this sword, like, sticking out of my pocket. And this girl comes by me, and she goes, "Excuse me, sir. I believe you have a sword in your pocket." Anyway, I've been to Wyatt Coin shows where Dewey just, there was a mop off to the side of the stage, and Dewey just grabbed it and just, like, whipped it around. So everybody got wet with mop water from fucking Mohawk Place. You?
It was the first band that we played with that was their drummer's a lefty, just like me.
Ah, so we could share a kit with them, is what you're saying, if we play with them
Right.
again. Joe, have you done your Mario? I haven't played any video games at all today. Especially not one that you can't play anymore. Anyway. I haven't played Animal Crossing in like 3 weeks. I'm sure half my villagers have probably left by now. I'm going to go back and be like, where'd all my favorite villagers go? I'm going to have to go hunt them down now. Anyway. I got the Pac-Man Museum. 17 Pac-Man games in one, but you got to unlock a bunch of them by playing the other ones.
Yeah.
So I've just been sitting here playing Pac-Man 256 over and over again because it's like the best game on the whole collection. It's like, oh, if you want to unlock this game, you've got to play Pack Attack twice. Or no, Pack in Time. So I played Pack in Time. I'm like, this game fucking sucks. I played it once. I'm like, no, not doing it again. Kirsten hasn't played Animal Crossing in ages, but she did just get NFC chips, so she technically could rig up some bootleg amiibo. Okay, I might need you to get Zucker back if he moved out of my island. Anyway, yeah, I just one day I missed playing, and then I just never like made up for it. I'm just like, yeah, fuck it. Like, I'll play tomorrow, and then I don't. And I'm like, I'll play tomorrow, and then I don't. Then I keep buying, like, new games. So, like, yeah, all right, I'm going to play Pac-Man now. I'm going to play WWE. I'm going to play NHL. I'm going to, you know. So, I haven't played my Switch in weeks. So, who is messaging me during this show? I'm sure I probably know the answer to that. Oh, it's Kirsten. Zucker, I will text you back. I'll tell you who it was if I need him. I don't know. I haven't played. I don't know. Yes, I saw. I saw. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. What have you been playing? You been playing video games lately? Been too busy for that shit.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute. Okay. We established last week you're a PlayStation gamer.
Yeah.
John, would you ever grow a super beard like Joe?
It might take a year, but
Only a
is
year?
that a challenge?
Only a year? John has a girlfriend now. Video games are for scrubs.
Well, my girlfriend's in the video game, so
There you go.
I suck at. I mean, I play video games, but I always the one that dies in them. Or I suck.
So don't give John Elden Ring.
No.
Okay.
I will lose for you. You will hate me for it.
She says, your girlfriend is a scrub. She don't make the rules. Because people who play video games are scrubs. Video games are for scrubs. Wife into video games, and she loves the show Scrubs. There you go. Ha! Right back at you. Anyway. That's the hardest. Like, I am not a scrub, says cold, icy blue eyes. I don't know. John's looking like, I don't know who He's looking, trying to figure out who you are through your
icy blue eyes.
He's trying to figure out who
Tell
you are.
me,
He's like
who's
looking.
called icy blue
He's like
eyes?
trying to see through the internet tubes to see. Kirsten's a scrub. Laura still wants to beat me in NHL 2014.
I want to know who it is.
He's seriously like trying to look through the like
Tell
down
me.
down the fiber optics across the cable lines through the internet trying to figure out who it is.
Future.
Anyway, no, like being into video games, it's weird to drummers don't know how the internet works.
That's true.
This is true. If you go and watch the Living Brain Dead Bomb the Incel Industry video, the reason John is not in it more
Because I suck.
is because John couldn't figure out how to do it.
I didn't have the music in my ears, so I just like winging it. So hopefully I look good.
Yeah, Brian and I have the the benefit of not having loud instruments if we don't want them to be loud, so we could just pantomime along with the thing, and no matter what the volume is. You're the one that wanted her to watch. LOL.
Hi, Amber. Hi, babe.
Anyway.
She's not a scrub. She's my girlfriend.
I don't know. I mean, that's Kirsten says that video games are for scrubs. So
That's her opinion.
I haven't been playing. That's not true. I played Pac-Man yesterday. I've been playing mobile games. No shame in being a scrub. Is that why? So like I play video games. So like that's why I'm still single, is because girls don't want no scrubs.
TLC. Hey, don't chase waterfalls.
I'll tell you what, man. Like I've been putting together this '90s playlist, and TLC is obviously on it, and No Scrubs is one of the songs on it. Like '90s, early 2000s, late '80s. Trying to set up like a DJ set. And No Scrubs is one of the songs on it, and it's just, I listen to that song, I'm like, this is why I can't get a fucking date, because women are like this, like, because I don't drive, and because I, like,
Not all women.
Laura plays video games on her phone. She's a pro gamer, she says. Greatest old school video game ever, Splatterhouse trilogy. I don't know if I've ever played that. I don't think I have. Don't blame women for your weak game. No, it got to a point where I had to just put in my fucking like dating profiles.
Yeah.
The last time I was on dating sites before this most recent time, where like, yo, I have 7 cats and I don't drive. If that bothers you, swipe left. Like fuck it. Let's not waste anybody's time here. So.
I really never counted how many cats you had.
Well, I have 5 now. I had 7. Legit stopped playing Final Fantasy 14 to watch the podcast, and she's got Pokemon Go running right now. Kirsten does. I was at a show a couple of weeks ago, the Rat Ops, the Over and Out CD release, and I'm sitting there with Goop and his girlfriend, and they're, they just both break out their phones like, oh, we got to do this raid real quick in Pokemon Go. I'm like, when did it become 2016 again? Apparently, I'm the only person not still playing Pokemon Go. I don't know. Let's just say Joe plus dating equals girl melting like a grilled cheese sandwich. I don't know about that. I gotta get to that first date first to get to that's sometimes the hardest part, because you start talking to somebody and you're like, oh, let's meet up, and then you don't hear from them for like hours, and then they hope you forget all about the whole thing. Kirsten stopped playing Pokemon Go because her phone couldn't handle it. Laura is about right. It is about time for us to get out of here. Actually, it was like 15 seconds ago, about time for us to get out of here. So we're going to play some music from Wyatt Coyne, and they are performing Saturday night at Mr. Goodbar. That's 1110 Elmwood Avenue here in Buffalo, with Karma Queen and Catspur, the cat ghost. That's at 8 p.m., $5 advance, $6 day of the show, and 21 up with your ID. This is Wyatt Coyne. The song's called Up on That Old Whiskey Shelf on the ThinkSoJoE show. All WL. We'll see you next week.
See you next week.